everyone. Today I am going to discuss with you all the case analysis of Jugan Khan vs. State of Madhya Pradesh, which was decided in 1964. So basically, the facts of the case were that the Jugan Khan, being the appellant, is a registered homeopathic medical practitioner under the Madhya Pradesh Homeopathic and Biochemical Practitioner Act. So in 1960, the appellant started practicing at Kodhia Mandi, for which he issued a pamphlet advertising that he treated Naru, a cuneiform. The prosecution, aged 20 years, visited the appellant who has been suffering from the same disease, that is the cuneiform, for past 6 weeks, for which the appellant administered her 24 drops of mother tincture, stramonium, and a leaf of Tatodia. After taking which, she started feeling restless and ill, and ultimately in the evening she died. So basically, this arose the following issues. First, whether the concurrent finding of the lower courts were administered wrong. The second issue which arose was that whether the cause of death of the deceased result from the Tatodia or any other poison given by the appellant. And the third one, whether the appellant is liable to be convicted under section 302 of IPC or under section 304A of Indian Penal Code. So the contentions which the parties raised were mainly first the from the appellant side, the Mamamurthy and Company advocates, being the leading counsel of appellant, urged that it has not been proved that the death of the prosecution has been administered from the result of the Tatodia poison, and challenged the calculations of the lower court that was administered was not a fatal dose. So the counsel of appellant also challenged that the concurrent finding of the lower court, being that a datorial leaf and the 24 drops of mother tincture of stramonium was administered to the deceased, and contentionally finally that on the facts found that it was not a case of murder under section 302 of IPC but an offence under section 304A of Indian Penal Code. Further, Ian Shroff, being the leading counsel for respondent, stated that the deceased was a healthy woman and had not taken any other medicine before arriving to the clinic, except the antidote which was administered by the appellant. So, after taking that, she felt unconscious and died. So, now what the court observed. The two judges bench of Honorable Justice K. Subba Rao and S.M. Sikri observed that it cannot be established that what the appellant prescribed was necessary a fatal dose. Further, a hypothetical evidence provided by the prosecution doesn't determine that the content of solid stramonium in the leaf alleged to have been administered to the deceased. It follows from this that the poison content of the leaf have not been satisfactorily established, and if this is so, the prosecution has failed to prove that the dose given to the deceased was necessary or fatal. Further, Dr. Chaudhary stated that it has not come to his notice that in any of the homeopathic system of medicine stramonium mother tincture in potensed form or a green leaf of Retodia is not given for the treatment of guinea worm. And also, according to the Dr. R.K. Singh, tincture stramonium can be used for removing foreign bodies, though it is not specifically mentioned in Materia Medica of homeopathy that it can be used from treatment of guinea. But it will be remembered that in this system treatment is of symptomatic. Therefore, it has been alleged that the doctor had given a dose stronger than the proper dose, on the facts of which the court came to the conclusion that the criminal negligence had not been proved. It is, however, as observed that the care should be taken before imputing the criminal negligence to a professional man acting in the course of his profession. But even taking this care, we have no doubt that the appellant was guilty of rash and negligent act. So mainly the principle laid down in the case was that the court held that the section 302 of IPC, that is of murder, does not apply. It cannot be held that the appellant administered the stramonian drops and the natoria leaf with the knowledge that he was likely by such an act to cause the death of the disease. Accordingly, it was held that the appellant's conviction under section 302 of IPC should be set aside, and he is convicted under section 304A, which is of criminal negligence, and also sentenced to 2 years of rigorous imprisonment. Therefore, the conclusion is this, that the appellant is not punishable under section 302 but under section 304 of IPC. Thank you. Also further, the ingredients of section 304A is not established fully, as it was not a rash and negligent act, but the appellant prescribed the medicine without the thorough study, which could be the effect of giving 24 drops of stramonium and a leaf of datura. Therefore, it is termed to be a rash and negligent act to prescribe poisonous medicine without studying their probable effect, and therefore the appellant is guilty under section 304 of IPC. Thank you, and I would say that you all will have a better view of the Jugan Khan versus State of Madhya Pradesh case. Thank you all.